Welcome back if we're just meeting. My name's Claire, Carnivore Claire, and on this channel I am taking you on my progress as I start and continue and go down the route of a carnivore diet. I've been doing it about a month now and I've been seeing some great benefits, so I thought today I could talk to you about what happened. So I've been doing the carnivore diet for 1 month. This is what happened, and it's pretty intense as well. If you saw my introductory video the other day, you know I've been doing this for about a month, and I'm doing it because I've got multiple chronic illnesses. You can check out that video to see which chronic illnesses I've got, but in terms of symptoms, I'm in a lot of pain, I'm in a lot of fatigue, a lot of mental brain fog, as I'm in now, because this is the third video I filmed today. Yeah, I was struggling to get out of bed. My depression was ridiculous. My sleep issues were bad. And I started it. I haven't been full carnivore. I've been having the odd banana or two. But I've mostly been staying on track with it. I'm certainly having a lot less carbs. It's probably a little bit closer to keto than carnivore at the moment, but I'm working towards getting full on I was going to say cardio then. No, definitely not cardio. Carnivore. I'm working on getting full carnivore. Within the first 24 hours, I found my depression completely lifted. I had been suicidal. I'm in a really bad situation right now. Well, no, that's an exaggeration. I'm not in a really bad situation. My marriage has fallen apart and I've been dealing with the fallout of that. If you've been following me on my vlog channel, then you'll be aware of this. Within 24 hours, I went from being suicidal to being the happiest I have been in years. And what's more, the mental health continued on an incline. And then I fell off the wagon and went straight back down again, and I felt really dark again. I recognised that immediately and said, right, back on it tomorrow. Was good the next day and went up again. So I know that that is a definite thing that has helped me. So the next thing that I really noticed after about 2 to 3 days was my fatigue levels. I have ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, and I was struggling to get out of bed every day. I would wake up in like a cloud of fatigue. Like as soon as I sat up, I'm like, oh, this is too much effort. Neurological fatigue is very different to feeling tired. I get a feeling in my chest, in my cardiovascular system. It's really deep in my body when I don't have that fatigue. And I also can feel it in my blood. I will do at some point a video specifically talking about my condition. But I can feel it in my blood. Wow, a couple of days after, about 3 days after, I woke up. There was no fatigue. There was no feeling in my blood. My blood felt empty. That's the only way to describe it. All I say is if you know, you know. If you've got this condition, you will know. And I got up and I did more in that day than I'd done in the last 2 weeks. And I was like, well, what's going on here? Now, I did still get PEM. So this is basically payback. When people with chronic illness do too much, they will then spend a few days in bed. And that did happen. And I spent about 3 days in bed because I'd done so much. I'm always doing the boom and bust within my condition. But I am hopeful over time that PEM will be removed. If you stopped getting PEM post-exercise malaise, then let me know down below because I'll be really interested in that. Before I started the carnivore diet, I would wake up full of energy, get in the shower, and then I'll be knackered for the rest of the day and have to go back to bed. Like I would feel physically ill. You could see it in my face how ill I was. That stopped happening. I would have a shower and I'd just be able to go about my day. Right now, I've done the housework this morning, had a shower, put my makeup on, and this is the third video that I've filmed. So The next thing that has been impacted is my sleep. So I take melatonin to sleep and glycine, in fact, because I have non-24-hour circadian rhythm disorder. So this means my sleep gets later and later every day unless I medicate with melatonin. Melatonin, for the most part, keeps it regular. But the problem with melatonin is the sleep quality is not as good as if I just fell asleep naturally. Since I've been doing carnivore, I still needed the melatonin, but my sleep has been so much deeper, really deep, a lot more restorative. That helps to increase my mental health as well. I'm still hoping that it will get better and I eventually will not need the medication. But for now, I do. Anxiety. Oh my God. So I am a massively anxious person. Massively anxious. I've had anxiety my whole life. When people talk about anxiety, I can't relate to that because they talk about, I had an anxiety attack. So they might have had a panic attack. And then once they calmed down, that anxiety went away. Mine never goes away. Mine is with me 24/7. It has been my whole life. When people just say, oh, you should work on your anxiety. It's not possible. Or so I thought, because it's just part of who I am. It's not a case of I get anxiety when something happens. I'm just very, very anxious. Obviously, my anxiety can get worse when something happens, but it's always there and it's debilitating. It's really debilitating. Since I've been on carnivore, after a few days, my anxiety was diminished, massively diminished. If I'm normally at 90% anxiety, it was about 30% after being on carnivore. And I didn't actually notice this straight away until I fell off the wagon. And all this anxiety came back. And I was like, oh man, got to get back on the protein. Arthritic pain. I've got arthritis in my knees. And at one point I could even barely walk on them. And if I did, I would be in agony for about 2 days afterwards. So I started taking chondroitin and glucosamine and omega-3. This is before I was on carnivore, and that massively helped. So if carnivore's not helping your arthritis, perhaps check out those supplements. I've kind of fallen off the wagon of taking my supplements since I've been on carnivore. Not intentionally, I just got lazy about it. And like, I haven't had any supplements for a week now, apart from my melatonin and glycine. And the occasional collagen. There's no arthritis pain in my knees right now. I'm banging my knees. You can't see, but I'm banging my knees. No pain there at all. The carbs were inflaming my knees for sure. Dental pain was another thing that I was having. My gums would flare up a lot. And sometimes it was really painful. And I noticed as soon as I went carnivore, that's calmed down. And I've had no problems with my gums at all for the last month. Another thing is my skin is so soft. I've been eating high fat meats and I think it's really helping my skin. Perhaps it's the collagen that I'm taking, but I've been taking collagen for about 2 years at this point. Sometimes I lay there watching TV and just stroking my arm because I can't believe how soft and supple it is. I never use moisturiser on my arms. Or anywhere actually, apart from my face. But it just is so lovely. Right, my battery is dying, so let's get through this quickly. I've got one more, and that is mental health. My depression has completely and utterly lifted. I was, a couple of weeks ago, crying on camera on my other channel because I was in such a bad way, and now I'm not. I'm in a really good place. Initially, I said I wanted to do this diet for 30 days. There's no way that's happening. I am continuing. We're going to do it for another 30 and another 30 and another 30. I've signed up to this now. I've got this channel. We're going to do it. The only thing I haven't seen any benefit in is weight loss. But weight loss is not my main reason for doing this right now. It is my chronic illnesses, and I can worry about weight loss once I've got everything under control. So I will catch you in the next one. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know the benefits that you've got, why you're doing carnivore, what is your why. We've got to have a why. So like the video and subscribe if you haven't, because I would love to grow this channel. Hasta la vista, baby. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.